I never really understood what it took to run a business, how hard it is. I commend anybody who owns a business because it's not easy.
Angel McCoughtry is not only a 5-time WNBA All-Star, but also a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. She's an entrepreneur as well, having opened McCoughtry's Ice Cream in Atlanta in 2017. Like many WNBA players, McCoughtry has used her off seasons to play in Europe, where female players are paid significantly more. The schedule became so exhausting, she decided to sit out the 2017 WNBA season just as she was figuring out her next play. McCoughtry Ice Cream.
Yeah.
Is it a coincidence that that started the year that you had more time off?
Everybody thinks that. It wasn't. I actually started a year or two before that. It took me like a year and a half to get everything as far as permits, finding the building, getting all the legal stuff like situated. It just so happened, coincidentally, that I'm taking this year off and then the ice cream shop is also opening the same year, which actually helped because it gave me time to focus on the business.
How tough was it to take that decision to stop in 2017?
You know what? It was a tough decision because I love basketball so much, but I was so burnt out. Like, it's not normal to play basketball all year round for 10 years straight with no break. Literally, I would play in WNBA, I would go overseas, and I would do it all again year after year after year.
So how does that affect how you operate the business side of your life?
At first, it was a struggle. I wasn't balancing well. I would get phone calls every night. The time difference is usually 6-7 hours ahead. I'm getting calls 3 in the morning. I'm like, hey, I have a game tomorrow. So this was before I actually appointed my dad to help as manager. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta get somebody in there that I trust so everything can be settled. I don't have to worry about when I'm overseas, I can just play. So after I kind of balanced it correctly and you create a team that definitely has your back and believes in your vision, it makes it so much easier.
How do you balance trying to have a mature operation with a relationship that's been lifelong?
Oh, it's tough. Don't get me wrong. Because I would say, Dad, why are you doing this like this? He's like, well, because this works like this. I'm like, well, I don't want that. Well, I'm your father. Well, Dad, I'm the owner. So we have that clash, and it's just like you have to just figure it out. You know, you got to sometimes put the daddy-daughter relationship to the side. But at the end of the day, my dad does a great job. He makes a lot of the ice cream. And, I just really appreciate what he does, even though we clash sometimes on things. And, they say most businesses fail because people steal money. That's the #1 reason why businesses fail. So when I read up on that, the thing you have to do is you have to have people you trust in your business. So having my dad there, even though he gets on my last sometimes, and I probably get on his last nerves, I trust my dad to make sure everything's running smoothly with the employees and everything. And he really does a great job of that. So I really appreciate him for that. So having a business has definitely allowed me to open my eyes to see what our owners go through. They want to make profit. They want to sell tickets. They want us to play our best. I can't take a day off now that I have a business. If I'm tired, I still got to give 100% because guess what? I want my employees at my job to always give 100% so people can come back. It's the same thing with basketball. We want people to come back in the stand, so I got to give my 100% for our owners because they put money in to keep our franchise running.
European clubs often offer over 10 times the pay rate of WNBA teams. That's why McCoughtry and many other female athletes play overseas. But with the increased workload comes fatigue and possible injuries, which is why McCoughtry and her peers are pushing for higher pay.
We're not fighting necessarily for ourselves. We know that we're not going to get the $1 million contracts, but I want Asia Durr in 5-10 years to be able to sign her first $1 million contract, or the young girls coming in to sign their first $1 million contracts.
I remember you saying 2 years ago that in 5 years from that point, that you want to be sitting with the top executives, the top CEOs.
Yeah.
How far along that path do you think you are right now?
I think I'm very close. Just not me, but other women. We watch our NBA counterparts, our big brothers, do some amazing things. They sit with the top CEOs. They rebuild courts here. They do this and they do that. And I tell the girls, I'm like, we got to think big too. We're on that level. We can sit with the top CEOs. We can have our own production companies. We can have our own franchises. We got to start thinking like it.